All right, so where we left off, you guys began a quick journey back to the winery, and dropped off the gem you had gotten from the giant monstrosity of a home from the poor Baba Yaga that you killed mercilessly with no cause or reason. And I've said that that was enough XP to level, so you guys have completed that. You're currently resting at the winery, and you have brought back uh, Stefania, and the family's very happy. And uh, quite clearly, they think that this bodes very well for the future uniting of the families. And Stefania, who's, you know, she's mature enough in this land. They are
Fair.
ready to bring bring some more little ravens into the flock. Yeah. So you found great paper. Yeah. Well, they're ready for you to give it some time, and yeah, she's making moon eyes. The only time she ever looks away is occasionally when Tom happens to move a certain way, his muscles or whatever uh, glisten in just the right light. She does, of course, catch a glimpse and blush a little bit, and then before quickly looking back to you, Diedrich. Yeah, they are. They want to know whether you'd like to be paid in wines or gold, because they have a number of uh, wine deliveries to do, and thus they could afford to pay out. If you'd prefer that, or he says we could consider it gratis for her hand in marriage, since you two of you clearly get along so well anyway. You'd think that. He does, like, you'd think so, but not in our family. We carry in our blood something that's more valuable than any gold. Invariably, the males in this line, we get paid for our brides. No offense, Stefania, and she, uh, blushes and covers her mouth as she smiles. It is very valuable. You understand, yes? He says though that that's his. He's willing to give you her hand in marriage without any payments required, um, because he feels indebted to you, and that would wipe the slate clean. They could watch. It is tradition.
Medic would be down for watching.
Oh. All right. What do you
I would
think is
like
a
to
fair amount?
cast blindness deafness on myself.
All right. You do not. You do so, and you do not see the gold they give to the other people, nor hear it. Okay. So do you want to try to? He asks how much you think what you've done is worth, and is willing to negotiate with you. What do you feel?
How many lives have we saved? Then we can figure out what the cost of each life is. Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair. So he says 50 gold.
I'd say about each life's worth 350. 350.
And he says the only life he's willing to pay for is that of his daughter. It is that reasonable considering the saving of his business as well. If you are agreeing to 350, he is willing to take that from the coffers.
For each of us or all together?
Split amongst you. He slams his hands on the table and says, "That is a ripoff. I mean, 300 for daughter, 50 for business. That is very fair. And I'm losing my accent.
Oh.
I'm so mad. I can't even keep it." No takesy backsies.
Have we handed it over to him yet, or have we just shown it to him?
Yes, you most certainly did. He's got his hand on it
Well-
right now. He's trying to grab it from
I'm holding it up as high as I can on my 7-foot tall robot body. It's like 10 feet in the air now. My arm's extending like a little extendable ladder.
like an Inspector Gadget arm.
That's exactly the word I was coming trying to think of. That was in my head, yes.
Oh, that's funny. He says 10%. Oh. Per annum, he asks you.
For Adam.
Annum, yearly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Medic says you shouldn't have to worry about it anyway, because as soon as we're done with this mission we're in, we'll probably not be around to collect the money. So, if we're really bad at our jobs, you should worry. But if we're really good at our jobs, it probably won't be that much.
That's an excellent point. He's frustrated, but he looks at his daughter and a tear wells up in his eye, and he says, all right, 350 and 10% of the business. Now, he's got a lot of payments to do, so he says he's going to give you a down payment on what they pull in yearly. So that would be another 200 gold.
Ooh, I also whisper to him, hey, this might also be a good way to get Diedrich into the family, too.
Roll perception. Yeah, you overheard him. He wasn't being quiet enough.
Ignore me!
I love that. All right, do you want your money split up, or how do you want to do that?
I think I accidentally closed the wrong tab, and now I can't get back into Foundry. I got too many. I'm gonna close all my windows and see if I have a random window open. Okay, all my windows are officially closed. Oh nope, I had one. There it is. Never mind.
I was about to kick you, so good timing.
I had too many tabs open.
Diedrich, is there someone dedicated to holding your cash, or do you guys want it split?
Have you ever had substantial wealth before?
No. All right, I'm just gonna give. Well, actually, I think each of you can add 50 gold to your. Wait, how many people do we have? We have one, two, three, four. We're missing. We're missing a Magneto.
I get Brad's cut.
So
I'm
there's.
here. I'm just not in the map.
Okay, so each of you give yourselves 100 gold then, and or 112 gold. I'll go ahead and add it to Val's already. You guys are actually flush with cash now compared to what you were before. Val was a
Set
poor
up
man.
zero of everything.
Is there an armor around here?
Yes, he tells you. Well, not exactly at the winery, but of course at Valakia, and there's a smaller one in the city of Barovia. But the armor in Valaki is called. There's a couple of them. The Cracked Anvil. He has stuff there. It's run by Dmitry Valostov. He says you'll find a large man, large-statured man, tall, big beard. He's often shoeing horses, and if he's not there, he's probably out hunting. But he sells weapons and armor. And if you want stuff enchanted, you want to spend your money for that. Stefanovich and Sons Apothecary, which they also are able to do things with silvered powder. And let's see, is there anyone else? He tells you that there's others, but you'd have to look around. Those are the ones he knows of.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing if I could go into the armor and maybe trade in my armor for some heavy armor.
That's a good idea. Okay. So you guys going to begin your journey to Vallaki then? Sure. I don't actually recall. Oh yeah, you rested overnight, so yes, it is.
So do we get a long rest?
Yes, you do. Go for it. Nice. You have to roll again. Yeah, and then you modify it. It's on your character as a feature, I think. And what did you roll? I'm trying to look at your character. So you rolled a 3, which I've, let's see what year. So feature is under blood. Is it blood maledict? Let's look. No, I made it like a spell for you, didn't I? Or no, it wasn't. It does have to be a feature. Oh, that's right. And I did build it into, it reads one of these. So let's see which thing it is. Is it blood maledict? No. One of them has a detail and actually tells you how much damage you got set up for right now.
You said to add how much gold to us?
112 gold a person.
Okay.
Oh, blood right. It's right there under passive abilities, blood right. Go to details. It's already set to 3, so you're fine. All right, you guys caught up? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're beginning your journey to Vallaki. By the way, the chat box, there's a dice tray below. I'm going to disable it unless it gets fixed soon. Because if you click it, it does r/r, which used to work, but in this new version, it has to be //roll. So if you use the dice thing, just remember that the /r needs to return to an ROLL, and then the dice would work. But anyway, let me do this because it's going to take a couple of these to find out. Oh, that was close. All right. You make the journey without any real issue, having become more and more familiar with the land. You arrive in Vallaki. It's around dinner time or so. Evening. You ate some rations along the way, but like I said, you're otherwise unbothered by the journey. I mean, that dog is driving me bonkers.
Pepperoni.
Oh, good. That is good. That worked out. And for those who need to see the scene, I can actually activate that. That was pretty fast. Was that fast for you guys? Because that was fast for me.
A little quick.
I was gonna say that definitely does feel quicker.
Sweet. Good. Okay. So, I mean, the city lays out before you. As you know, you have access to a number of quests of your choice. Just as a quick reminder off the top of my head, and I'm not reading this off the list, so there's probably more. You have the work toward the temple, which is you're gonna want to bring the guy with the K, whatever his name is. He wants to go check out to see if his sister is in fact there because he's had dreams. He's the elf, and you have a request to get a doll for Blinsky, the toy maker. You could, if you so desired, go visit the hags, although one of the drivers for what was going to be going on there is now dead, so that's not critical. You have the search for special suit of armor that good old Vasily is requesting someone find for him. You've already received the blood. Oh, we just lost someone. You received the blood spear, so you don't really have to follow that anymore. Other than you know that there are some tribal links, so that might be something worth investigating in places that would hold large amounts of knowledge. You have access to the amulet that you'll need if you, in fact, do go to the temple. You need the amulet from. What is his name? Gosh darn it. Casimir? I think it's Casimir. Yeah, Casimir. You have the location of what looks to be a hideout uh, for a vampire who has been organizing maybe not a coup, but some uprisings. Mm-hmm. Yep. You have heard of the Abbey, in which some strange things have gone on there. There seems to be howling and weird creatures, but it should be a holy place. Maybe it has some access to a method of defeating Strahd. You're not sure. You've heard of Solenka Pass and the dangers down there as it goes higher into the mountains and cold. So you know about that and where that actually is located. That was marked on your map. I don't know. There's several others, but that's just a list. So what would you guys like to do? Where would you like to go from here?
I got another real quick question here. That blood
Mhm.
spear,
Yeah.
it says it requires attunement. I forget, how do you get attuned to it?
You spend, yeah, you sleep with it. You spend a few hours meditating. Basically, if you say that you're, so you
Medic
guys,
offers to insert the shaft for you to be attuned.
Nice. Just
so
the
yeah.
tip.
I think that's the worst part.
He'll do it backwards too, not the pointy end.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So, do you spend? Yeah. So you just have to tell me. Did you spend the night attuning to that?
Sure.
Okay.
Said he
I
for
would like to
sure did. He
imagine
heard
you're
him all
sleeping next
night.
to it.
He was attuning to it all night. It was so loud I couldn't sleep.
The fact that he doesn't sleep never enters into his mind. Oh man, that's great. So that is. We can mark it as attuned on your character if you go to the weapon itself. I think you'll notice there is. At least I thought there was an attunement thing. Not
Yeah, I don't
equipped.
see on my side anyway. Or
Yeah,
do I just flip it?
yeah. I'm just gonna mark it as equipped. D&D Beyond would for sure let you attune it. I don't actually mind that much. So the only things that you have that need to be attuned are that shield is fine. That might be the only thing. Yeah. Yeah, you don't need anything more. Okay. I really thought the Sentinel shield would be. Nope, it doesn't. Cool. Oh, I found the attuned. It's under the weapon editing itself. So if you click the little edit item, you can go to the details section and then there's an attuned check mark. So I'm going to just do that for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, I see it.
All right. So where do you guys want to head?
Can we stop at the armor shop quick?
I was gonna say he wanted to do armor shop. I don't have anything to buy, I don't think, but
Yeah. Okay. So the way we will do the shopping in this case is by dice rolls, and that'll define whether you're going to be able to go beyond what is normally present in an average shop. It's one of the things in D&D I don't really particularly care for is that most shops only carry the same things that every character gets created with. And this one was no exception. Like when you arrive, this guy with a large uh, beard and absolutely no attitude whatsoever, like no personality, is just hammering away on an anvil, a horseshoe that's there, and you see armor in various states along a poorly maintained wall with some aged wood. Um, paneling.
Paneling, okay.
And he says, "What do you want?" And he just keeps hitting even while you are talking to him. Like, you see, if you want something, let me know.
Do you have
So
any
on the wall.
splint mail?
Does it look like I have splint mail? Yeah, I've got splint mail. give me
Alright.
give me a give me a charisma roll or a persuasion or something. Let's see what type of potency you get in your search. Oh,
Not a whole lot.
yeah, it's not particularly good. So in your search for splint, you see some standard splint armor. I'm going to go ahead and link it to you. Copy reference or send reference to chat. There we go. That should be a clickable link. Tell me if it's not.
It is.
And if that's of interest, you can start price negotiations. If you want to search for another item, you get to do another roll.
Nope, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And I was thinking of trading in my half plate in for this one. And I believe half plate is actually normally more expensive.
He's going to look at it and inspect it. Is he actually, his version of inspection though, is he just motions you with one hand and, tries to get you to come closer. And then he looks up and with one hand still hitting, he's looking you over. Says, we've seen, damage is not perfect. It's not as good as I make either. So, I don't know. 20 gold and trade, and you can have it.
Works for me.
All right. Well, then I will grant you this. Throw this over, and I'll take yours. Oop. That should have worked. It did. Yeah, it's heavier armor what you've got.
Yep. I needed
Okay.
a heavy armor to be able to get the DR from my class.
The DR down rickety.
Like 3 damage off every attack that's physical.
Oh. Okay.
That's not magic, of course.
Yeah, I'm
That
assuming he's
too.
talking about an ability. Do you have an
Yeah,
ability of
it's
some sort?
the splint armor should have given me, I think it's 1 extra 2. It should have given me 2 more AC, and then with my fighter heavy armor proficiency or whatever, it's like 3 DR. As long
Well,
as it's heavy armor.
okay, I'm gonna have to see that. Heavy armor mastery is what you're reading. While your knowledge is reduced by 3, he's right. He does. Interesting. I didn't know that. I was expecting it to only be increased AC, but you're 100% right. You have bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. You get a reduction by 3. Keep your eyes on that because I don't know that it's going to capture that on its own. So we're going to want to make sure to record that. That's pretty slick. That's a big upgrade. All right, go ahead and reduce your fiscal wealth by 20.
Done.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to search for?
Nope, that was pretty much it.
He nods quietly and just resumes hammering. Again, not really minding too much what you're doing.
Thank him and leave.
All right. Oh, I think I closed the audio thing and you guys can still hear me. Wow. Okay. So where to now, boys?
What makes the most sense from where we're at quest-wise? Is anything in town we need to finish?
Well, you know that there's still the whole concept of the weird parades going on, and you know that there is a I don't know if you want to call them a faction, but the Wachter House, they have been somewhat vocal about their distaste for the mayor and his approach. So you could investigate that if you so desired. Otherwise, distance, we can bring up the map again, the Barovian map, because some of them are going to be farther than others. And I went ahead and removed the fog again because it's just less hassle for me. If you wanted to grab Casimir, he's at the other, just at the other side, just north of Valaki. But if you so desired, you could go. I think it was up here somewhere. Is a link to the what you think is Petrina's, whatever her name is, her lair. And if you were going to go to Amber Temple, that's this way. You'd have to go via the. Actually, I might need to hit shift so you guys get pulled to it. Solinka Pass. Solinka. And you know that actually up here in the north, there is rumors of that Mad Mage, not the same one from our other D&D game, but the Mad Mage exists up there. And if you were to visit the ladies in the tower, Old Bone Grinders right over there, that's not too far from Valaki. And if you wanted to find the ruins of Berez, which I can't recall if you needed to go there or not, but that's right over there.
Where's the armor that we were tasked to find?
Yeah, so you have a general area that is somewhere in this vicinity, you would think. But you don't know 100% for sure. You just know that it's late.
It's late.
Yeah, late as in it hasn't come in.
Oh, yeah,
We
okay.
expected it quite a while ago.
Late as in, oh crap, I'm going to be a father.
Yes.
I don't care where we go.
Magneto said his power just cycled again.
Dang
so.
it.
I can hear you now. I don't know if you can hear me. My
Hooray.
map
Again?
is still not loading because it's super slow. But fireball.
Your
And you
fireball?
sound just like Nathan.
I don't actually have fireball though, so
Haha.
oh well.
It is, however, evening, gentlemen, as a reminder.
It's evening. Oh, yeah, I guess it would be.
It's all day to get back.
Whoa.
I mean, you could go on the offensive. You have noticed, as you've walked through Valaki enough times, you notice that there are reward posters for hunting werewolves, for capturing dire wolves, and of course for killing vampires.
Oh, we didn't get any reward when we killed the ones in town.
Yeah, you didn't read them, and they didn't believe you, by the way, if you may recall.
Yeah, I do.
You have to bring some parts next time.
I don't care what we do.
Lead us, medic.
Of all people.
Hello?
Where are you currently at? Are you at the inn?
I'd imagine so. What time of day is it? Evening, but like.
Yeah, dinner time, like 6.
So shops aren't open anymore.
You might find some that are open. What are you looking for?
Check that apothecary out and see what enchanting options are available.
Okay. You arrive right down the street. It's a small shop. It has a pungent smell of copper and sulfur. Just an assault, basically, of scents as you walk in. And there's a small group of aged ladies working together at the front desk. But you see that it's actually owned by others. That these were probably just the women that are, titled with working there. And you come in, and there's a little bit of annoyance on the face of one because she was hoping to close up shop soon. But you see that it's quite fully stocked. And so one of the older ladies there like, what do you want? Close in just a few minutes.
My apologies. I was curious on what kind of enchanting options are available at your fine establishment here.
She looks you up and down and steps around the table and sniffs near you like a dog would. Like, yeah,
I like this lady.
yeah, yeah. I would have expected you needed something a little bit, down below. Because you look like the type who could need that. You know what I mean? Jostles and looks over at the other ladies, and they cackle amongst themselves and go right back to trying to, figure out the register and close up for the day. Said, what do you need enchanting? What do you need?
Well, I was curious on what you could enchant with my my crossbow here.
She takes a look at it. Let me see what she determines. We're gonna roll a dice on how perceptive she is. Oh, not bad. Actually, I wouldn't have expected by looking at you, but this is pretty fine work. Hey, Matilda, get over here. And they, one of the shortest old ladies comes around the corner and saying,
It was
and they start
handed to me
talking
by
in
my
older
father.
dialect. She's like, Dad knew good stuff. That's probably the best thing came out of him. Clearly you aren't. And then they laugh amongst themselves some more.
Goodness.
And yeah, so they look back and forth. They discuss a bit in some sort of dialect of which you're not familiar. It sounds more like hill speak that perhaps is adapted just from people living in close proximity, maybe inbred. You don't know, but it's it's strange and chittery, and it's got a lot of slurring to the words. They end up pausing for a bit and say, what do you need it to do?
Let's just say I was hoping to make it a little more deadly to things of the vampiric persuasion.
They start talking amongst themselves and then shout over to the third lady. She comes over, bringing a list, an old parchment, and she starts checking off things and looking at the crossbow. And after some discussion, they decide that they have some options for you. They could either give it a small amount of treatment, the treating of the woods, so that it gets enchanted with some holy damage, or they could give you a small packet of alchemical mixture that you dip your arrow in right before shooting, and that she stops and she goes, what? My God, who ate the entire bag of garlic? Good Lord. I smell that over. My nose has been burned out for years. I can smell that.
I don't know who that could have been at all. Couldn't been me.
She goes, my God, it's probably this one right here. And she looks right back at you, Diedrich. Good Lord, take a bath. Anyway, you could dip something in there, and frankly, you should just dip it on yourself. You stink so bad, I think you'd probably kill most anything with that. But anyway, we could give you a bag that, I don't know, lasts 40 or 50 bolts. That should probably, really hurt a vampire. I've never done it, but I imagine it'd work.
Yeah, Diedrich, you should probably try her sometime.
How much for the bag?
Well, supplies are here, and that wouldn't be that bad. Well, I don't know, 30 gold.
Done. I very much appreciate your fine craftsmanship and work.
Did you say yes then, or no? I couldn't hear.
Yeah, I said done.
Okay. Remove 30 gold. I'm going to boost your arrows then, so that you don't have to do an extra step for it. And it's effectively going to be a +2 damage for 40 shots. Let's fix that right in here.
That's not gonna go towards like just any random bolt I do, is it?
Yeah,
Or is
well,
it...
you can choose if you want to do it differently. That's fine. is it something you want to choose to mark off on your own? In which case, then we'll just say we'll add to.
Ideally,
Make
yes.
contact.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do then is under your attributes page, we're going to give you a new resource. Let me change that. And then you're going to choose when to use it. You got 40 at 40. Arrow boost. There you go. You should see it now on your primary. So you just choose when to manually remove that each time you do it. You get to add 2 damage to whatever it is you're
Okay, cool.
hurting. It's a mixture of several different chemicals, not just silver. So it should work on most anything you encounter, barring a couple story important exclusions, probably.
Like Strahd.
Anyone else want
I
anything?
would like to ask. I would like to ask them if they could enchant my boots to make me more charismatic.
They get closer to you, and one of the oldest, most crinkliest one, she comes up and she reaches out for your hands. Do you let her have them?
Yeah, why not?
All right. She grips them and she squeezes them, sort of massages the inside of your palms a little bit, and then she starts walking her arms up each side of your arms, like each side, left arm, right arm, and she's pulling up closer, and she's trying to get you to bring your face closer to her. She's really pretty short, so you'd have to bend over. Do you do so? She goes to try to touch your face.
Sure, why not?
All right. Okay. Roll a dex save, please.
It's still not loading for me. It's loading very slowly.
I'll do it for you. Well, let me do mine first, and then we're gonna roll yours. Okay, I rolled a 19, so let's just see. You might roll better.
I closed my mouth tightly.
Let's see. You rolled a 19 as well. 21 with your bonuses. Okay, so she was unable to slip the tongue to you, but she lifts herself up and kissed you on the lips, and your lips sealed shut, and so all you felt was like this old, wet, damp tongue like probe around your lips, and then she goes, yeah, he's a terrible kisser. He's gonna need a lot of help. And they go looking at your boots, and they kick it. They stomp down real quickly. It hurts, but you just lift your foot like, dang. And she goes back behind the counter, comes back in front, and she's got this pen. It's a quill, really, and it's got some red substance on one side of it. And she says she can do something for you, but it will cost you 75 gold, and you'll just have to pay up front before she does the work.
Sure, it works.
Okay. So she begins, she asks for your boots and says you're going to have to leave them with her, and along with the gold, and come back the next day because they're about to close. It's going to take a while to inscribe. Are you going to go bootless?
Sure, I'll go bootless.
Okay. They take your money. Actually, I guess I have to take your money because you're not here to move it yourself.
Well, I haven't added it yet, so.
Oh, well, it's even
So
better.
I figured I got 37 more gold coming whenever it finally.
I added it actually, and it was 112 gold.
Okay. Right.
So, okay. There you go. She takes it behind the counter and begins counting the cash into the register of a sort, and says, "Hurry up! Any last things?"
No, ma'am. Thank you very much for your
I'm
time.
good.
All right, take your garlicky breath away, Mr. D.
I'll make sure he gets a shower, ma'am.
Thank you. You're a good-looking man. By the way, you know what? If you have time, I'll give you something free later. And she winks and then spits.
You ever heard of a gummer?
Oh my gosh.
I'll keep you in mind.
Oh, you'll be in mind too. I like Grandma Pal.
Oof.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So she goes ahead and closes the door, shoos most of you out, slaps Tom on the butt firmly, and and then closes the door behind you guys. The night is dark and sort of damper than normal, which is saying something because it's always a bit damp in the evenings here.
Okay, well, back to
I don't know
the
about y'all, but she was really nice.
inn.
Or rest up and then head out somewhere in the morning.
Yeah, what are we doing tomorrow?
It's for full life, but I don't know if it's more dangerous to go out and try and do these tasks at night or not.
I would assume so.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that it would be more dangerous looking for trouble in the night. It also would be, I suppose, chance for bigger prey. Things that wouldn't normally be showing their head in the meager daylight. But it's completely up to you.
Let's go hunt for werewolves.
Didn't we already do that?
Yeah, I was just gonna say you killed a lot of werewolves. Now you have friends. So if you hunt them now, you might be killing off some of your future supporters.
What do we have to provide as proof that we killed them? Maybe we could work out some kind of business deal with these werewolves.
All right, so you go and you check out the papers on the board. They expect the ears of verified werewolves, and then there's a little note that says, "Warning: I will know if it is counterfeit." Signed, the burgomaster.
Oh my gosh, I hate that guy.
How much do they offer per ear?
10 gold.
10 gold.
Mr. Hotty Toddy.
I mean, if we hadn't killed a bunch already, that would have been a great deal. We killed a ton of them.
We could go find where they buried them and chop their ears off.
Yeah. I'd be down for that.
That idea is just crazy enough to work.
Easy money.
That's hilarious.
do
It's only been a couple days.
That is pretty ingenious.
Sleep on it and then
Okay.
go do that.
Sounds good.
Wow, that's
So for
hilarious.
grave robbing, wouldn't that be better at night?
I don't
But I don't think
so.
the ones that are alive would care.
Yeah, they were their enemies anyways.
Wow. You guys are sick. Okay, so you're going to go to sleep then? And then do it in the morning, or you're going to go at night? Which one are you going to do?
In the morning.
At night probably sounds like the best.
No, that's a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Awful idea.
We might get some more if we do it at night.
Oh my gosh. Alright, if that's what you guys want to do, then sure, but...
Okay. All right, so you guys begin your journey. I should point out that where you were, are we still looking at the Barovian map? Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're right here. And if I'm not mistaken, it was over here
Yeah, it was a long ways away.
is where the wolves were. If you go tonight, you're not going to be arriving until close to the witching hour. But it's up to you.
This just seems like a terrible idea.
Be down for waiting.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So you rest. Each of you roll a 1d20, please. I guess I'll have to do it for Magneto. Oops. /roll.
Hooray!
Wow, medic. Holy crap. And 18 for... Yeah, so in case it wasn't clear, medic rolled a 1. Yeah, so the thing is... Oh, no, that was his roll. So you are... I can't read that green. That's terrible. Under Val's name. What does that even say? Can you guys tell that? I don't know how to mark it.
Yeah, I can't read it. I can barely make it out.
It's
Under
my
va-
name, I guess. Maybe it just says GM or Game Master or something. That's a terrible color. I'm gonna fix that because that's horrible. I can't do that. Let me do that real quick. Oop. Okay. So future rolls should be a little different now. Okay, so those of you who rolled under 12.
Oof.
How's that look? Oh, that doesn't work the same. All right, so those of you who rolled under 12, which is well, that green one that I did, and then Medic and Diedrich.
I think mine came up in green. It just says camera.
Yeah.
Oh, it says camera. I must have clicked on the camera when I was rolling as that then. Unless you did that, rolled, because I don't see your name.
I can roll again, but I was just using my macro and it just came up. Let me try it.
Yeah, that's you, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's
Or-
interesting.
Well, we had to do the /roll instead of just the /r.
Well, that doesn't. That's not gonna change his name.
I was doing just from my macro. Roll d20.
Right. You don't happen to have this little critter over here clicked, do you? That, yeah. Okay, I guess not. All right, well, whatever. So that first one was you. Okay, so those of you that qualified, that were under 12, each of you have this dream, except for, I guess, Medic. Medic, you are in this state of just watching in patrol mode or scan mode or whatever.
I'm staring at Diedrich.
You're staring at Diedrich, and it's like you can see into his mind. He looks like he's writhing on the bed. And in fact, give me a medical check. Let's see if you can identify what it looks like to you. Nope. Well, no, you'd be able to tell this one. You got such good bonuses. It looks to you like he's in the throes of pleasure or pain. It's hard to tell sometimes the line, except that he's got a pitched tent, and and so does Armandus. And
Over the hammer. I think there's something underneath it. Whack!
Ah!
he doesn't wake up though.
What?
And
I would
he's
definitely
grabbing-
wake up.
He's grabbing his crotch, but he's not waking up. And in your dreams, Diedrich and Armandus, you're being ridden. Astride you is this beautiful, buxom woman with long, raven hair, flowing, swaying back and forth across her body part. and you're enjoying every moment of it. It's exciting, alluring, and interesting and surprising. You don't know her name, but the passion is so intense. And she leans in, and you're getting close to that moment of greatest achievement. And then, as she leans over to kiss you, her face starts to melt and wrinkle, and you hear laughter going through the back of your mind. And in that moment, you lose that moment. You lose it, you fall short of it, and she starts cackling, and the kisses don't stop, except that it starts to roll down the side of your face, and a tongue that was pleasant at first starts reaching deeper down into your throat until you start gasping for breath, and you wake up with a startle. Diedrich, you wake up not only with a startle trying to capture your breath, but your balls hurt so bad. And you got that hovering over you.
And a floating dummy. It's got like a little doctor's little medical thing on. We're analyzing the patient.
Oh my gosh.
Both of them with monocles, looking at your crotch.
Well, I would imagine.
No one's looking at you.
I imagine that my first response would be, waking up for something like that would be, crossbow at hand, aiming at whatever the heck is right over me.
Yeah, that's probably true. Give me a insight check, because you're going to be severely thinking. You're in fight or flight, so you're going to have to be very perceptive very quickly. If you're not do that. Oh yeah, all right. you're caught in the throes of the dream for quite a bit. So do a dexterity check now, and I need a just dexterity check actually. That's it. All right. So you jump up and shoot your crossbow quickly, hitting the dummy and sliding him away from you and pinning him into the wall of your room with a sudden blur of speed that he's unable to avoid. But you completely miss or just avoid shooting Medic. The dummy's now pinned to the wall.
Cursing at you.
now!
What? For? There was something under your sheets. We're trying to figure it out. It's a medical mystery. We whacked it with a hammer a few times. It wouldn't go away.
Yeah, now after the freaking out moment, now the realization of the pain, now I'm kind of doubling over.
Yep. That's disturbing. But yeah, there you go. So you guys, I don't know that you would have known you had a shared dream. All you would know right now is that
Did
it'd probably be a bit embarrassing. I don't know that you guys would want to talk about it.
no,
But it's up to
definitely
you.
not.
What do you think?
Did the laughter sound familiar at all?
Insight check. Same for you, Armandus, both of you. Yes, Diedrich, for you it did.
Okay.
Armandus, it did not for you.
And that it reminded me of.
It reminded you of a time it felt like a dream in which a old woman walked in your memories and messed with your mind.
But I don't know who it is.
No, I think that it takes you a moment to realize it wasn't just another dream. It was in fact a hag.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Like one of the three hags that we
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's what sounded like
Kill
to
them?
you. What now?
Just the baking hags?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we kill them?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
No, we
Bobby
almost got killed by them.
Right.
And
Armandus
Armandus wasn't
think
here.
That, the dream is probably something where it's bothering him on what we're planning to do, and that's why he had.
Huh?
So I ain't gonna say nothing about it.
Oh. Bother.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That makes
Diedrich doesn't
sense.
talk about his feelings anyway, so good luck with that.
I mean, if I smelled that bad, yeah, I wouldn't want to either.
Except that he's not telling you that, so you wouldn't be able to give him that retort. Yeah, you wake up feeling nice and refreshed. Grab you being Tom in this case. You grab that stack of onions and just start munching on one in the morning.
Typical morning.
Exactly. Best way to start out your day. So now you have the options ahead of you guys upon having breakfast in the tavern, or, well, yeah, that's, I guess, sort of what it is. The rest stop at which you're in. You guys are able to eat quite breakfast. There's not many patrons. And you can decide about how you will spend your day.
I'm gonna go dig up werewolf corpses. It's $10 per ear, or 10 gold per ear. Was that the?
I mean, personally, I think we've
Yep.
got better things to do than dig up ears, but I mean,
Fine. If we're in the area, maybe.
yeah. What's her face
know-
was up here.
I will say that
I
that's
think.
closer to the Abbey, if that's what you wanted to go to. The Abbey of St. Mardukov, I think.
What do we have up there, or at that?
Well, you just know that there is supposedly a holy man that direction, near the village of Krusk. It looks like we lost what's his name, and there's talk that maybe he'd be able to help you out, but it used to be a place of great power. The Abbey of St. Markovia is what it is. It was named after a priest of the Morning Lord. This is from a long time ago, is when you guys first heard about this. It's just this hasn't come up much since then, so Keeping in mind, though, that's only been, a week or two that you've been in this realm, you probably would remember.
Yeah.
Unlike our game, which has lasted many, many months now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we can go in that direction and dig up some ears, and then go to the abbey.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys begin your journey. Let's go ahead and roll the dice to see how that goes. Oh. All right. I gotta grab one that's appropriate for this then. Welcome back yet again. All right. There, check it. Okay. You guys have begun your hike toward that area, and at some point you recognize where you need to veer off the primary road, and it looks like there's a bit of a minor shortcut because you can see some of the landmarks in the distance that would indicate that effectively you'd be cutting off half an hour of time. You decide to make that move, and the process goes still, like the sounds go still. You hear ravens occasionally screeching above, but everything else seems to have gone quiet. The fact that the ravens are circling, though, gives you some pause, simply for the fact that there's so many of them, and even though there's lots of fog, it is strangely denser than it normally is, and the darkness, well, it's daytime, but the light that's normally very dim is even a little bit darker as you walk through, even though the trees themselves aren't thick enough of a forest to block all the light. Let me adjust one thing on this, and then I will reveal the map.
I'll draw a sun sword. Give myself a better ability to see.
Okay. I'm going to drop you guys in one at a time. Please, well, actually, I can just pause it, then you can't move. Boy, I really hope that worked, too. Yeah, that did. Okay, good. Grab the rest. Val, I guess I'll be playing Val.
I am back on audio again.
Hooray.
My power cycled once more.
Man, that's truly really good for your system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's everything.
Yeah, it's like about the 6th time in the last hour.
Oof.
Awesome. Okay. This is what you see, and you, like I said, it's quiet. I hope those effects are coming across okay. Oh,
I
you haven't
don't
seen it
see
yet.
anything
I
yet.
gotta activate you.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay, that should work. It should start fogging up for you. Tell me if it does not, because there it is. There, it's rolling in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely see it.
Yep.
all right. Whomever wants to take the lead may.
Boom. Oh, that
What
says a
was it?
wall. Never mind.
What's the matter?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
it says there's a wall. I was trying to move.
Well, Tom can move.
Yeah, I can too. Alright. Whoa. Where the heck did he just go?
It's a tree. It's apparently a big bush or something, so I went to the other side of it.
All right. The silence is not particularly scary to you, Medic. You're comfortable with that as a concept, but it's definitely strange.
I'm tracking undead right now, so I can't be surprised by undead.
All right. A smell comes to your nose, and it most certainly smells of undead.
Can I determine the direction the smell's coming from?
Yeah, up here. Can you see that?
Okay, yeah.
This would also probably work too if it does that. Oops, nope, that did not work. There, that shows. Does that show you?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Val is staying in the back. Your staff that you've been holding, by the way, no longer responds. I don't know if I made that clear the last game. But cracked. Oh, you weren't here for the last game, were you?
No, he wasn't.
No, I wasn't. I normally don't hold that one though. I hold
Yeah.
the Staff of Warning, the evil one. I just kind of pull out of giant trees.
Yeah,
and
it's
walk
dead
around
now.
trying to kill us.
That
Okay.
Galthias staff is powerless now. All right,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
at the edge of your vision, there is you see a big patch of blood, and you hear some weird sounds of flesh being torn or ripped, and then go ahead and roll combat. Roll for initiative. So I guess I gotta put you guys in it now that I think about it, and then you can roll. Where is that? There we go. We're gonna activate
Medic, did you move up with us?
Activate. And we're activated for you too. Okay, that should have everyone. Go ahead and roll initiative in the combat tracker. I'll do it for Spankinaki, which is Val. So you can't be surprised. You're also not going to be surprised in the vampires.
Yeah, nope, wasn't
So it's just
expecting to.
Holy crap. Alright, so you happen upon corpses that are being ripped apart. You see the blood spray and the whatnot, and we're going to go ahead and begin a combat. And actually, the vampire, having sensed you guys near, charges forward. Out of the fog, just appears Armandus. You bring up your guard just in time, but he moves preternaturally fast. It's terrifying. And even though he's not carrying a blade, his arm swings out with aggressive, viciousness. I actually probably should pick out. Think about how to do this. This might work. I guess I'll just go ahead and use this guy. Yeah, he's gonna swing at you with his hands. Do you have anything that would be affecting his strikes? I don't want to.
No.
Okay. So he's going to swing, because he has multiple attacks, so he's swinging with both hands. And he misses you. You put shields up, or your armor deflects the talons just in time. And though he's strong, he assumed he'd have easy prey, and your armor and your moves held him at bay. And then you hear a smaller, childlike giggle and a laugh as another creature comes towards you. Clearly a smaller, lesser version of it with less control, but it's vicious and feral in its attitude, and it attempts to bite you.
Oof.
And your armor, between you and Spanky being our cleric, that's ridiculous.
Medic.
Finally, she keeps nibbling at your feet, and she's able to land a bite on your leg just above the knee. Really doesn't. Well, I mean, it hurts. You feel a supernatural drain of life as she bites, but it's not critical wound yet. It is now Val's turn.
A magical attack?
Yeah, it would be. Do I need to reduce that? Oh no, I don't. Okay.
No,
It already-
not if it's magic.
Looks like it already. Oh no, never mind.
It's Val's turn. Val pulls up his sleeves and reveals his wrists, trying to lure them in to go ahead and let them bite him. And now his turn is done. I'm just kidding. Are you back, Mac?
I just came back. So what is it what kind of enemies do we have?
Vampires in front of you, two of them. One considerably stronger than the other,
you hear
but
me?
they're. Yeah. We can hear you.
Okay, sorry, it was not playing sound there for a minute. So what's out there?
Two vampires, a full-grown one and a spawn.
Gotcha. I think I would like to use my new spell. I can't remember what it is. Blight? Is that what I got? I think it's Blight. Do you see that on my character sheet?
All right, let's look. I see Blink.
Blight should be 4th level.
I see that you have 4th level Spot, but it doesn't show it has importing a spell. I'll go ahead and add it though real quick because you would have had it. So it's Blight, you said? Okay.
I think Blight is the one that I chose. It was between that and something else. I can't remember if that's the one that I for sure got though.
All right, that's fine. Blight is necromantic energy washes over a creature of your choice it can see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it. Target must make a Constitution saving throw, or it takes 8d8 necrotic damage. Is that
Goodness.
Yeah, and I can twin it.
right? Yeah. So the only problem is this spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Oof.
Oh, that's right. Okay, maybe that's not what I got then because of that. Because I remember seeing that now. Sorry, I'm trying to load D&D Beyond now so that I can see my character. It's still
Yeah.
not loading in the virtual.
I tell you what, we'll skip back to you while you look that up. So Diedrich, you're up.
Okay.
Okay.
And then just message me or tell me in the audio.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna move up, and I will take a swing at the demon spawn.
It growls at you.
Hello.
Nice. I have a quick question. If there's two of us threatening one, is that where it provokes an advantage for attack, or is that just
The
if I
opposite
was
side,
yeah,
yeah.
if I was on the opposite side of you,
gotcha?
I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to take an attack from vampire guy. Right now.
Sickening Radiance is a spell you have, by the way.
Right, that's what I just saw that. Is there a place where we can put that where it will get them and not anybody in the group?
If you're very skilled with what you do, yes, you can make that work. And I'm going to trust that you
very
know how to do
skilled
it.
with what I do.
All right. So after he's done with his turn, I'll go ahead and add that.
So
Do your training for that.
got a pretty good
Okay.
hit there.
Oh, you
And
little killer.
then I
Dang.
will
Man.
shoot it with my crossbow. Do I have?
Sunsword just ripped a hole in it.
It's still alive though.
Yeah, it's still alive.
All right. Nope, I don't want that on.
I keep reading it, even though I wrote the text. Is it you pooped yourself, but it's you poked yourself.
Of course he did.
Man, that's good too. Goodness sakes.
And
Sizzling and burning under the
let's see.
various holy and gross powers you contain.
Yep. And then extra attack. So my second attack, I'll do the same thing.
Okay.
Sun sword attack. Oof. And I will shoot it. Nope, not that. Why do I have blood spear attached to me?
You might have been someone I tested it with. Yeah.
Oh man.
were.
Alright, that is my turn.
You missed on your follow-up shot, but
Yep.
okay. I'm gonna go ahead and finish his being Val's turn now, since I got the thing. I can see that it for sure will do that. It can hit them both. So a dim greenish light spreads from this targeted area about 30 feet away, and it spreads almost like a liquid, reaching out, rolling over the blades of grass and over stones, and basically when this when a creature moves in the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or it starts its turn there, that creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. It takes radiant damage. So this sickly light is actually capable of performing radiant damage. So it's not going to affect him right now because it says the creature has to move into the spell's area for the first time.
Right. Or yeah, or start the turn.
Or start his turn in it. Yeah. So that's what he did during his turn. Is he set this light? It's a cool little glowing thing. You guys think it looks deadly to you as well, and I'm sure Val would have told you not to step into it. So with that in mind, it is now Tom's turn.
I'll go ahead and use my cursed chef's knife on the little child.
Okay.
Nope. Over there.
So it's Alt left click to target her.
That never works for me. I have to go into the targeting option.
Oh, Alt left click doesn't work for you?
Mm-mm.
Did it not work for you? I alt left clicked you.
Yeah, it looks like it worked.
Yeah, now it does. It didn't before. It must be the module fixed it or something.
Oof.
You can use your key to do multiple strikes.
Yeah, I was reading that I can do 2 normal attacks, and then I can use my keys for bonus attacks.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. It sounds like what I've seen others doing. So go ahead, do another one. Oh, did you? No, you haven't yet. Go for it.
Well, I did the roll for the attack. I got a 13.
Yeah.
Is that a hit or?
No, it's a miss. Sorry.
Alright, okay. That's what I was.
And then try it again. I thought it told you guys when you
It does.
successfully
Yikes.
hit.
It does.
You missed again.
Lovely.
Are you gonna burn a key?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and punch her in the face.
All right. I'll burn one of your keys.
Flurry of blows, I believe, is an extra 2, isn't it? There you go.
2 unarmed strikes. Yeah, absolutely right. Oh, you critically hit her. Sweet. Do the critical damage on that. Nice. Punch her. One of her fangs just fell out. One of her fangs got knocked out by your fist. Now do your follow-up one, because you get one more flurry of blow.
Do I
Sounds like
just
a
re-roll
cocaine
it?
hit. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that second one missed, unfortunately, but there's a
That makes
tooth
me
on the
so
ground.
sad.
And she, the little girl, hisses, and she's of course already burning from the wounds that Diedrich did. But she she hisses and oh, I just realized this is not a good spot for you to be because the green light's right there. Do you want to step back out of it after your fight?
Yeah.
All right, she attacks you as you go out of her range. I was hoping you'd say yes.
He probably could have moved above Armandus to attack her.
You know what? Okay, fair enough. Darn it. All right, there you go, Armandus. Tom, you're safe.
You're welcome, Tom.
Yeah, so the girl, though, recoils her face at the scent of your fist in her mouth. It's disgusting for a number of reasons. All right, Armandus, you're up.
Diedrich is relieved that he didn't have to smell him.
I'm gonna give this blood spear a try on her.
Okay.
All right, to do this right, then I go into my character screen under inventory and click on the little dice beside the blood spear.
Yes.
Yep,
Perfect.
that's exactly how you do it.
And then that gives you the clickable chat box over on the right. And that should automatically calculate it.
Although you didn't have her
close.
targeted.
You got to target her.
Yeah, I did target her.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you click Blood Spear, and then you click the attack. I'll try it real quick. Let's see. Yeah, it hits. So then we do the damage. Oh gosh, I only did 5 damage, but if I'm not mistaken when I read this,
+3/+3.
oh, from those it kills. All right.
She's
So
still
you,
up?
yeah, she's
Oh, yeah.
still up. She's in bad shape. The spear tore bits of her flesh away, and it has a stench with it.
Now is that
So-
okay? So was that my second attack or first attack?
No, that was your first.
Yeah.
Okay.
You still got
so
more.
Swing again.
I was just doing it again to see if I could get it to automatically calculate. It would have hit though either way. So I'm gonna click that for you. Let's see. Did it work when you did it? No, when neither. Oh, I don't have a target anymore. That's why it didn't work for me. So you have the little reticle and everything?
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. All right, those didn't hit for
I'm
either of us
gonna
though.
use a what is it? The action surge.
Yeah.
So that'd give me one more action, so I can attack twice again.
Nice.
It's one more attack, isn't it? How's that work? Maybe
It's an attack action.
It's another attack action. So
So-
you get your multiple attacks.
Oh, 2 attacks. You're right.
But not,
Okay.
but not a bonus attack. So like if you're using your dual wielding, you don't get like another bonus attack. You get the full attack action with the multi attack.
So when he action surge, he gets to strike twice.
Right.
Okay, just making sure. All right, so that one, her AC is 15, so you would have hit on that one above. So we're gonna do another damage. I'm gonna knock that out now before I forget. And that one was 11. Oh my gosh, she's so close. And you get one more attack because that was the first one. I just
Which he
been
did
trying to
when he
figure out
rolled a
what's going on.
23.
Yeah, my first attack here was a 23.
Right, that's the one I just did the damage for. So do it again. And go ahead and roll your attack. And that hits as well. So go ahead and click the damage dice. All you gotta do is 8.
It's doing the weird thing again.
Alright, I'll click. Okay, no, you got it. You did it. Alright, your blade strikes true. You pierce through her undead heart, piercing it like a pear. And you get 2d6 temporary hit points out of that. So go ahead and roll 2d6s. / roll 2d6. And we'll give that to you in temporary hit points. Actually, I gotta figure out how we do temporary hit points. They even show up as a separate category. You got 6
Your
out of it. Nice.
Character sheet, they do.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna add it to your max right now to make so we don't have to worry about it, but that is pretty important. Oh, actually, no, I shouldn't do it that way. I should do it to this. Put you at 61. Or 60, rather. That basically healed you up. Oh, you should have been a full... Oh, you got hurt by her. Okay, so basically you just healed yourself right back up. Delicious.
Yep.
Okay. She's dead, so let me remove her. She falls to the ground and starts immediately burning up and shriveling, falling to nothing. And the other vampire goes into a bit of a rage. Medic, it's your turn.
You might be muted.
We can't hear you if you're talking, by the way.
Oh, I'm not.
Okay.
Did that not target it?
It didn't, but you rolled a 10, which does not hit.
Okie dokie. That's my turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Okay. The vampire looks at the portly fellow right in front of him and hisses as it strikes you. Oh, actually. What's that do?
He's also he started his turn inside the green goop.
Yep, you're right. I gotta do a Constitution saving throw. Let's see if he succeeds or not. He did. Oh, 14. What do I have to?
It's against a spell DC.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. It's probably not enough, honestly.
I'd assume 14 or 15, maybe 16.
Spell DC is 14.
Yeah, so we saved.
That's what it says. Yep. All right. The light flickered and he hissed and survives it.
I hissed back at him.
That's great. Okay, actually, he would have regenerated because no one. Did anyone hit him with radiant? Oh, you did. Oh no, you hit the girl. Did you hit the girl with radiant?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Diedrich. Oh, he's not hurt. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone attacked him.
Okay. 3d6. Okay, let me pull something up here. Diedrich, you want to roll 3d6 for me, please? Holy mother. So he lifts his hands in the air and screeches, calling out to night in some unholy, profane way, and out of the ground and around him, wolves appear.
That better not be
Summoned
13
by-
wolves.
Wolves.
What?
Yeah, thank you for rolling so well. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Excuse me?
Well,
I'm not-
hopefully there's like 5 of them that'll get massacred by this green goop stuff.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good point. They weren't
Yep.
paying attention to that, so they're going to probably be in a lot of trouble. He's got a legendary action called Move. I can move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So he, you see him sort of become partially transparent, turn into a bit of a mist, and move beyond through you guys, and you find yourselves now surrounded by wolves. The air and
Is there anything
stench of
special
blood
about
is
them? Are these undead wolves, or are these just magically summoned wolves?
magically summoned wolves. I guess technically that's a little meta, but whatever. They don't seem to be undead. They just seem to be obeying some sort of magical call. And I think that puts everyone in combat. All right. Yeah. So you guys find yourselves surrounded by wolves, and what was an relatively easy fight for you with only one opponent, you now suddenly find yourselves on the very far end of the action economy, and you're surrounded by angry wolves and a vampire that's mostly untouched. And I believe that's where we're going to have to end it for tonight, or for today, because Tom needs to get ready for work. And so I've only scheduled our games to be an hour and a half because of that.
All right.
Is that correct, Tom, or are you off today?
No,
Okay.
I'm going.
That's
So
what I
I
thought.
gotta go get ready.
Okay. Thank you guys for playing. Sorry it took so long to get going, but hey, on the plus side, it seems like the interface is working a little bit better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's working really well.
A lot more smooth. Yep.
Yeah,
Except I
that's-
just you can get that targeting stuff down. Whatever.
Yeah. Armandus, while you're here, so